It's better to cancel now and celebrate later than to celebrate now and grieve later.
The global health chief warns against increased socializing over the holidays as the world grapples with a rapid surge of the Omicron variant. Hello, I'm Darren Jordan. This is Al Jazeera, live from Doha. Also coming up, the White House welcomes the retreat by Tigrayan rebels, saying it could open doors for talks to end the year-long conflict with Ethiopian forces. Turkey's lira rebounds sharply from a record low against the dollar, following measures by the government to ease the currency crisis.
This was a colossal screw-up. A blunder of epic proportions.
And jury proceedings begin in the US in the case of a Minneapolis police officer who shot dead a black motorist last year.
Opposition MPs from the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha will hold a joint march to Vijay Chowk today, seeking the sacking of Union Minister Ajay Mishra. The controversial anti-conversion bill to be tabled in the winter session of the Karnataka Assembly today. A major political row has erupted in Jammu and Kashmir over a draft proposal that suggests 6 new seats for Jammu, only 1 for Kashmir. This is opposed by local parties. The World Health Organization has urged people to cancel some of their holiday plans to protect the public health as Omicron variant is spreading globally. In fact, in a week, the Omicron variant in the US has surged from 3% of cases to 73%. It is now the dominant strain there. And Priyanka Chopra Jonas talks to NDTV about being part of Matrix Resurrections and making a place for herself in Hollywood.
An event cancelled is better than a life cancelled. That's the advice from the World Health Organization as countries increase restrictions to counter the Omicron coronavirus variant.
2022 must be the year we end the pandemic.
Hello and welcome to TRT World. Live from Istanbul, I'm Yashni Padiachi. Also ahead on the program. In the US, more than 40 House Democrats call on the Treasury Secretary to unfreeze Afghanistan's central bank reserves to prevent a humanitarian crisis. At least 375 people are confirmed dead after a powerful typhoon hit the Philippines last week. And Turkey's currency stages a dramatic comeback after the government announces a series of new measures to prop up the embattled lira.
Hello again, you're watching BBC News and these are the headlines. The Omicron variant is sweeping across the United States now with lightning speed. It's already accounting for 3/4 of new infections in the country. It's a significant jump from just a week ago when about 13% of new infections in the US were Omicron. In the UK, the Prime Minister has said no new COVID restrictions for now at least, but he has insisted the government would take further action if needed. There'd been speculation that the rules in England might be tightened following reports of splits among senior ministers over whether or not to take action. A New York City jury has begun deliberations in the sex trafficking and perjury trial of Ghislaine Maxwell. In the closing arguments, prosecutors called her a sophisticated predator. She's denied grooming underage girls for abuse by the late paedophile Jeffrey Epstein.